Walker, put your headset on and stop talking to the big man. Start of the second term here at Godfrey Street. 6-5-41 to 1-2-8. It's Robertson in the middle with Justin. He gets the big tap away too. Robertson goes towards centre half forward. Handball away to Stein. He gets it to Atchison. Then he goes towards Mervyn. Misses its target. Back there, Price tried to get it away quickly towards Zitko. Now it goes towards Stein. Hard to try to tap it on. Couldn't do so effectively. Flakemore at the bottom of the pack as well. The umpire might have to come in and start it all again. He will do so.
Who was that, mate? Ray Viduka.
Ray Viduka. There's been a bit of soccer tactics, isn't there?
That was probably the worst 20 seconds of football I've seen for the day.
So, secondary bounce in the middle. Puts it in the air. Justin goes up and gets it down. Zitko gets a clearing kick. Goes towards half forward. Weiss stands his ground. Tries a great tap on, but just missed Gibbs, though. It's target. Stein keeps his feet there. Oh, puts his teammate McTaggart under pressure. Then gets a push in the back and will get a free kick. So, at half back, the Thomson side should be able to clear through Stein. McTaggart's not looking too good as he gets up. He is now. Now Stein at half back. Handballs it coming past Dean Oakley. Wants to go. He's directed to go to the outer side, so he does. He goes towards Atchison, who has to go up, and good punch away too. Goes towards Nick Maharis in centre wing. Handball over the top to Mervyn. Have to try and ride the bump.
Yeah.
Free kick too high, said the umpire, and it's against Mervyn. I think it was going in a tackle, and he did say that, so it's going to be a North Geelong free kick.
All the players running the other way.
Yeah, it will be Michael Rowe with the football on centre wing. Oh, poor kick off the boot though. Mick Gann stops it and takes the mark.
So Gann on centre wing for Thomson. Oh, kicks it over the shoulder looking for Mervyn, but he takes the mark on centre wing, plays on quickly. Little chip pass finds Rowan on half forward flank. So Thomson, they retain possession as Rowan drives it long towards half forward. Good mark in the pack there by, is it Troy Maharis? It is. And a very strong mark. He's 40 metres out, 45-degree angle, and Nick's not too happy with what he sees at the moment, so he's left.
He's just gone,
So Harris now, about to move in. Pete suggested about 8 weeks ago this fella couldn't kick very well. He's put it on the left foot.
Is that going to stay with me forever?
A long left foot kick, and
missed.
Tell you what, it is a goal. Great kick from Maharis there, his first for the day, and it is the second for the Thomson side. 2-2-14 Thomson. They trail North Geelong 6-5-41. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 2.5 minutes second quarter, and 7 goals. Pete kicked at the western end against the Breeze.
I think I said last time I called here, that end of the ground, the school end, always seems to be the goal scoring end. I can't work out why. Turn your lights off, idiot.
So back in the middle. Justin and Ray Robertson. Robertson gets it down to Lockwood, and a free kick, said the umpire. And will be Corey Lockwood with the free. Goes to the right boot out wide. Good kick. Mario Zitko's taking the mark in front of Mervyn. He goes with the right boot. The lead on. Long lead from Priddle goes in that direction. Oh, good play by Somali Armstrong in the end, who got the handball back from Oakley. He goes wide back towards Mervyn and Lockwood. They use the body, Robertson, and also Darryl Jones. There's a few years there. Jones gets a kick around his shoulder towards half forward. Price, and also in there was, that might have been McCall and Weiss. They go in, and coming through Rathje, pushed off the ball by Justin. Now still at the back of the pack was Flack. Handball over the top to a call from Paul Price at half forward on the lead as Priddle goes in that direction. Can't take it with him. Armstrong might get the bounce. He's going to be surrounded though by Magpies. He kicks it dangerously across the goal towards McTaggart. Doesn't sit for him. Now it's all North Geelong. Hearn and Rathje, they raffle it. Rathje on the left boot, kicks it around the corner. Price in the goal square off hands and through for one behind to the Magpies. So they go to 6-6-42. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 3.5 minutes played.
They really were lining up to kick a goal there, Pete, and neither of them got it. So in the full-back position, Thomson about to bring the ball back into play. Well, little chip pass finds Humphrey. They've only gained 25 metres, the Thomson side. Now Humphrey goes wide to the change room side. Aegis in good position. Well, sure there's not a mark, umpire, but the whistle has gone and Aitchison has the footy, so he kicks it towards centre wing. It was Mervyn in good position, couldn't take the mark, or chipped off the ground there by Rathje. Straight into the arms there of Rowe. On the left foot goes towards the full forward position. Weiss is there. Oh, it's fallen into the arms there of Gibbs. And from 10 metres out, directly in front, David Gibbs has kicked his first goal. I don't know whether he'd kicked too many in his career, but he certainly kicked one today. 7-6-48 North Geelong. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo scoreboard. 5 minutes now into the second quarter.
I think Thomson tried to chip it out, but I think they changed direction just a little bit early and found themselves kicking into a pack of North Geelong players.
Danger signs, I think.
Easy turnover. Danger signs, you
Danger
reckon?
signs.
I think the danger signs were when Priddle kicked his third.
You said he should be in midfield.
And I don't
Troy
dispute
Mahiras
that.
can't get any goals. I reckon you've been destroyed being a Richmond supporter, I reckon, haven't you?
One-eyed, mate. Benny Gale's the greatest footballer ever to put full boots on.
Back in the middle, Justin, and Ray Robertson. They do battle again. Robertson, Justin gets a hand to it, goes towards Flakemore and Hearn. Hearn working hard. Price has done very well in the middle. Gets a clearing handball to a vacant half-forward position. Aitchison and Ratchie. Ratchie makes up a bit of ground. He's pretty quick across the ground too. Oakley taps it on towards Priddle again. He's dangerous in this situation. Turns around and kicks it. David Gibbs says, "Why didn't you handball it to me?" And Gibbo, you should know better. Rory Priddle never handballs when he's 20 metres out. In that occasion, he just did miss his first behind. He's kicked 4 goals, 1 this afternoon.
Actually, I thought it was touched off the boot. Pretty good defence there by Thomson.
North Geelong 7-7-49, Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes played.
So Sabali Armstrong in the goal square, chips in looking for his teammate. Now what's happened here?
Pushing the back.
Umpires, well, didn't pay the mark certainly, but the free kick in the back. So back across the grid was Oakley. He's found Bradley on half back. He looks for Stein on centre wing. He can't control the footy. Gibbs can. Wins it. Chips it back for Weiss. And gee whiz, the North Geelong boys are absolutely on fire at the moment.
You'd have a shot from there.
And he certainly has done that. He's got the distance, but he's to the right of the big timber. So Weiss, his first score for the day, and the 8th behind for North Geelong. 7-8-50. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo scoreboard 6.5 minutes into the second quarter.
So it'll be Armstrong again from fullback for the Tigers.
The zone defence of North, Pete, it's very efficient, isn't it?
Yeah, they seem to be well programmed up, well versed. They know where to run.
He's kicked in short and found Oakley in front of the scoreboard in the back pocket for Thomson. Leads on from Mervyn. He goes in that direction. It's a terrible kick though. Zitko and Hearn, they miss it as well. Flakemore's there. Rowe doesn't. Gets a kick back towards the attacking zone. Bradley does well to get it. Then he loses it. Priddle from 20 metres out. Kicks goal number 5.
He doesn't miss them.
He doesn't miss those ones straight in front with no pressure on him. Kick 5 goals, 1 now, Rory Priddle, and that's their 8th, North Geelong. They go to 8-8-56. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 7.5 minutes played.
Probably a bit unfortunate there, mate. I reckon Aaron Bradley could have almost got a free kick for being tackled without the ball. But that's life. That happens.
Yes, well, some of the free kicks are Ticky Touchwood. Some they're not paying. So it's sort of evening itself out, I guess, at the end of the day. And, well, North Geelong going from strength to strength. As Jason mentioned a little while ago, perhaps the floodgates may have opened already. So in the middle was umpire Strong, about to put the football in the air once again. Robertson to do the ruck work against Justin. It goes, Justin up early, but Robertson gets it down to Price. He's tackled without the footy. Play on to the umpire, comes out to Gardner. Off one step, goes to half forward. Magnificent mark by O'Toole, running with the flight of the football. And it wasn't O'Toole, it was Gibbs. Magnificent mark. He goes across the field looking for McCall. The bounce eludes a number of players until Zitko comes in to help out. And finally, handball goes to Lockwood. He goes way back into defence to O'Toole, and he goes right across the ground. Not much out there for North Geelong, but coming up from half forward is Rowe. He overruns the footy, picked up by Armstrong. Handball back to Peacock. He, good defensive work by young Welsh there because they put pressure on Peacock. It's come back to Peacock. Handball looking for Mervyn. He's overrun the footy. And Paddy Burns, haven't seen much of him today. Finally, Price just threw it out the back of the pack, picked up by Rowe, and gets a handball along the ground, along the boundary line to Rathje. He can't control it. Over the top there from McCarthy into Rathje's arms. On the left foot, drives it towards full forward. Magnificent fingertip mark there by Weiss. I reckon it was over his head, and he extended the fingers a little bit further as if he's putting the in-swing on the ball, I think, for that real quick one. And 30 metres out directly in front, Jamie Weiss has taken the mark. Great mark. The opportunity to kick another goal for the North Geelong side. Weiss missed from closer to the boundary about 3 minutes ago, and I think he might have, what's he done this time? I think he might have guided that through the goal. So the North Geelong boys are pretty happy, and Jamie Weiss certainly is happy, and that's the 9th. 9 goals, 8-62 North Geelong. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 10 minutes now into the second quarter.
He's really one that's jumped out of the bag this year, hasn't he, Jamie Weiss? This time last year he was playing reserves and probably not thought of much as a senior footballer, but gee whiz, has he come on?
Certainly
Leaps
has.
and bounds.
Well, the reward for getting a goal is into the ruck, and Ray Robinson had the rest.
So Weiss will do the ruck work against Justin. They go up. Weiss gets a hand to it as well. Burns is there though, tries to slip it out to Gardner. Then he got a Shepherd. He got it away to Stein. Kick was smothered beautifully by Price. Burns in there fighting hard for it again. Elzinger, just the numbers at North Geelong getting there. Rowe, he gets it away towards Flack at centre half forward, on the half forward flank. In fact, it's out of bounds for a throw in on the outer side half forward flank.
Jace, I suppose when you've got someone like Weiss in a team that I think not last year North Geelong won one game, didn't they?
Four, I think, four or five.
End
Yeah.
up near the bottom of the ladder.
Yep.
You know, all of a sudden this year they're more successful, better players.
Yep.
It lifts the fella.
Walsh gets run down and should be holding the ball, shouldn't it? Free kick, no. The umpire says it will be a ball up 45 metres out from goal. And Mick Gann gets up thinking, well, what do I have to do for a free kick? But it will be a ball up. So still in North Geelong's attacking area. And they've done most of it in this game so far. Flack and also Bradley. Bradley gets a clear and kick, just wants to save to the boundary line and finds it at a half forward for another throw in. So we've been playing 11 and a half minutes in this second term. And it is 9-8, 62. North Geelong, they lead Thomson 2-2-14. Boundary throw in, Rath due to the ruck work against, Aitchison from behind. Goes to the front of the pack. Flack. And also, that was Rowe. He got one pretty high. And he will take the free kick right on the boundary line at half forward. Wants to handball it back to Elzinger. Does so now. Goes to the right boot long. The lead on. Well, from nobody in particular, Nick Maharis gets over there and gets a hand to it. Tries to keep it in front. He's going to be surrounded by magpies, including Rory Priddle, who gets to the front of the pack and then it's held on to. Then he tries to bring it back. Does well. Gets a left foot kick around the corner. And Price and Burns, they go at it. Burns gets a... Well, Burns got a hand to it, but then it was called a hold against Burns on Paul Price.
No, he said he hit him too high.
Oh, okay.
When punching the ball
When
away.
trying to punch the ball. Okay, so Paul Price has got it. He's on the right side for a left footer. He's 30 metres out. Should just be aiming for the left-hand goalpost here and hoping the breeze just brings it back just a little bit. He comes in now. He hasn't listened to me because he's kicked it behind. So they go to 9-9, 63. Where North Geelong and Thomson are 2-2-14, and that is on the Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, 12 and a half minutes played.
Peter, it's a long time since you've seen a midfield with Gardner and Paddy Burns basically being outpointed at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're actually Burns more than Gardner. I think Burns is being kind of tagged out of it. He's normally the tagger, and I think they're running with him.
So Armstrong with the football, he kicks it in. It's over the head there at McTaggart. It's untouched, and outside 50 in front of the change rooms here, David Gibbs has the free kick for North Geelong. Well, he's going 5 or 6 metres in, kicks it back to the head of the goal square. That's where it's got to be. Rathje high over the pack, and well, that's unbelievable. The umpire in the middle of that pack has found a free kick for shepherding. I think Jason Rathje was going to suggest the umpire might be able to kick the footy, but it's gone back to Paddy Burns, and with a little handball, it's gone to Maharis. He kicks it back in the corridor. Good mark overhead by Flakemore at centre half back for Thomson. Plays on now. He's chipped it very, very high. Made for the North Geelong defence. Comes to ground. Good kick off the ground there by Daniel Gibbs, but finally comes back to Timmy Gardner. He kicks it towards half forward. Oh, gee. Michael Rowe absolutely desperate for the footy. 3 or 4 fellas descend upon him, and on the forward corner of the square heading toward Thompson's goal, the umpire will throw the ball in the air. So big pack of players now, centre half forward for Thomson, kicking in the second quarter to the western end. Weiss, magnificent tap forward to Welsh. He can't handle a footy. Timmy Gardner can. Handballs it further forward. David Gibbs now on half back, kicks it off the ground. Looking for his teammate there, follows up himself, handball to Rowe, and Rowe of North Geelong. He's got nowhere to go, and finally he's forced over the boundary line. Good defence by the Thomson players out there. They didn't give Rowe any room, and North Geelong couldn't give him any options for a handball. So half forward flank, boundary umpire puts it back into play. Weiss and Oakley from the back. Great take there by Mervyn. He's tried to outrun Rowe, finally has to kick the footy, kicks it back high into the forward pocket, comes to ground. Troy Maharis, handball back to Timmy Gardner. Little handball to Rowan. Rowan off one step, but it's marked on the last line of defence by O'Toole of North Geelong. Gee, it's all North Geelong out on the Social Club side of the ground. Daniel Gibbs loses the mark, plays on, gets a handball back to Daryl Jones. He's well shepherded now, gets a kick, gets a call from the middle of the ground from Lockwood. The sun gets in his eyes and can't take the mark. Daniel Fanning back on the ground, picks it up, kicks it back to half forward. And Mario Zitko, I think, was called out by Stein on that occasion. Stein takes the mark, and now he's found Greg Mervyn just outside 50 at centre half forward for Thomson. Take a very good kick from there, but he's now looking certainly for options for leads. The lead comes there from it's Rod Peacock and takes a strong. It's
Forbes.
Oh, Forbes, is it? So good mark there from Forbes. That's amazing. Suddenly the umpire finds a mark 5 metres behind where the player is, and that's where he took the mark. So Luke Forbes has one to his name already for the Thomson side, and he's going to be kicking from about 35. No angle to speak of. And as he goes back inside the centre square almost for the run-up to kick the footy on his favoured left foot, moves in. It's not a bad looking kick off the boot, and I tell you what, I think he's kicked a few in training from that position. He's kicked his second, and a much needed goal for the Thomson team. 3-2-20 Thomson on the Raiders bingo scoreboard, but they trail North Geelong 9-9, 63, 16 and a half minutes now in the second quarter. That runner's not looking too fit, is he, Dale Menzies?
No, you wouldn't want to be dying of thirst, would you? He's looking a bit proppy and obviously not participating this afternoon in the game, playing because of injury. Back in the middle. It'll be Dean Oakley up against Jamie Weiss. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Oakley gets it, goes towards Gardner, rips it away. He in there, Burns, shuffles it out to Mervyn, gives it away to Oakley, goes to the right boot towards Forbes, but he's surrounded again by North Geelong players, and Carl O'Toole has taken the mark. Goes short, looking for and finding Rowe. Plays on now from half back, goes towards centre wing. The kick's fantastic to Weiss and takes the mark. They're running now. Weiss runs through the middle, goes to the right boot long. Priddle comes out. Great kick. Oh, they've moved the footy 3 kicks down the ground. Rory Priddle's taken the mark.
Where's his opponent?
He's now standing the mark.
He just sauntered into that, didn't he, Priddle?
So Rory Priddle will shoot for goal from 30 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of. He's kicked 5 goals, 1 this afternoon already. And he comes in now with the wind behind him, and he's pretty confident as he watches it sail through for goal number 6. And that is the 10th for North Geelong. They go to 10-9, 69. They lead Thomson 3-2-20 on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 18 minutes played.
I think the problem there was, fellas, you said where was his opponent? His opponent, the ball was up the other end of the ground. His opponent was coming off the ground.
Yes, Matt McTaggart's going down there to pick him up.
He got halfway off, and the ball went bang, bang, and it was down. And he turned and ran back over.
Wasn't expecting it to get there that quick.
It's too late.
So in the middle, umpire puts it up once again. Weiss does the ruck work and gets a clear down for North Geelong. Lockwood, can he pick it up? He can. Bounces off a tackle, gets a handball back to Rowe. And off one step Rowe. Half a torpedo is going to land at half forward over the head of players. Well, Priddle taken off the footy, picked up by Ratchie, back on the left foot, handballs intercepted by Fanning. And a series of handballs for Thomson. Get the ball back to Timmy Gardner in the centre. He eludes an opponent, gets a handball to Paddy Burns who's running. He's looking for a handball. Back to Gardner. He's tackled, great tackle, and North Geelong are just so intense at the play with the footy, but Peacock picks it up over to Gann. He sees a lead from Humphrey on centre wing. He chips it out that way. Humphrey allows Armstrong to come through for the footy. Shepard's for him. Handball over the top from Armstrong to Gann. Gann goes backwards, but Rowe intercepts for North Geelong. And, well, the free kick has been paid to Armstrong of Thomson. And he has Oakley in the centre of the ground. The kick's a bit too strong over Oakley's head, but he runs back onto it, picks it up, then drops it. Handball to Troy Maheris. Maheris, little pass to Luke Forbes. Wouldn't be out if I was playing umpiring cricket, but pretty high tackle I would have thought on Luke Forbes there as he went to ground. But the umpire is on the spot. He said no, it's all clear, and we'll come in front of the social club here at Thomson and put the ball in the air. So
that's an interesting changeover, mate. Nick Maheris come off McTaggart to go back on the ground. Now Nick Maheris is back on the ground for Timmy Gardner.
Oh, so from the throw in, The ball has come to Nick Maheris, just handball the ball there and picked up by Elzinger. Elzinger looking for Mario Zitko. Great pace by Zitko. He's only got a lovely chip off the ground. It is throwing the ball almost for Thomson. No, not paid, said the umpire. There's another throw to Stein, who's running. Stein, little chip pass to Oakley, and Oakley on half forward flank for Thomson has taken the mark. So 20 minutes gone in the second quarter. 10-9 North Geelong. They lead Thomson 3-2 with Dean Oakley. Bit undecided, and gee whiz, North Geelong have flooded the back line here. Now there's a lead. It's come from Peacock. Up high is Michael Rowe. Can't take the mark. Mervyn gets the crumbs. Lockwood, handball, gets it back again. Tackled by Maheris. Taken there by was McCall. And away go North. They go towards the centre wing. In front there is David Gibbs. Oh, good body work. Bit of experience. And takes the mark ahead of Rowan. The lead there is from Priddle. Almost takes the one-hander. It's McTaggart. Well, bit stiff then because he got caught by the neck of the jumper, and the umpire's deemed that it's a so Rory Priddle having quite a few words to say to the umpire, and it's cost him 50 metres, and I don't disagree with what he said, because when you grab the bloke by the collar of the jumper in the front, that's not round the neck surely. However, the ball is now back in the middle of the ground. The free kick is with McTaggart of Thomson. He chips the ball into the centre circle, and the mark taken by Stavali Armstrong. So Armstrong now in the centre of the ground for Thomson.
So you're saying it was a mistake, Eric?
In my opinion, my humble opinion.
I agree.
So from Armstrong, the mark there taken by it was Flakemore. He chipped it further forward. Handball to Mervyn. Mervyn, a little chip pass has found Troy Maheris deep on the boundary at half forward flank for Thomson. Take a huge kick from here, but he's looked for a bit of movement in the corridor, and Savali Armstrong has taken the mark. Bit of an Academy Award there, looking for 50 also, but the umpire not taken in by that, so Armstrong will have to show his kicking prowess here from 50, and certainly this wouldn't be beyond his capabilities, I wouldn't think, certainly for the distance. So Savali Armstrong of Thomson, 22 and a half minutes gone. Desperately in need of a goal, Thomson, at this point in the game. Moves in. Good looking kick. I tell you what, the wind has drifted to the right, hasn't quite made the distance, but it's a strong mark in the forward pocket for Thomson by Rod Peacock. And this will test a right footer because he's on the wrong side for a right footer. And the North Geelong players are guarding the mark pretty carefully. So Rod Peacock now, what can he do? He's going to have a shot, I think. He's very, very undecided now. He runs around about a yard and kicks it, well, right across the face of goal, and the mark's been taken was Daniel Fanning on the boundary line. He's runs around, has a pot shot, and has kicked a behind. So we're behind there to Fanning, behind to Thomson, 3-3-21. They trail North Geelong 10-9-69. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 23 and a half minutes now in the second quarter.
Simon Flack to do the kicking in for North Geelong from fullback. Next to come to the commentary box side. Wobbly punt, but it goes to Stein, falls to Armstrong. Oh, he puts Forbes under pressure. He's dropped the footy, but it's held to him, said the umpire. Daniel Gibbs can't believe it. It's at half forward for Thomson. Talk about Luke Forbes getting put under pressure by your teammate. Yeah. Handballed straight into the tackle there. Ball up. With Dean Oakley up against Weiss. Oakley gets it down towards Mervyn. Wrapped up in there. Mitchell fighting hard. Oakley as well. Handball. Chopped off. Goes back towards Forbes. He ripped off the football. Daniel Gibbs gets a clearing kick. Wide open space at half forward. Priddle and McTaggart. Priddle does well. Handball back inboard to David Gibbs. Picks it up on the half volley. At 50. Goes to the right boot. Open goal square. Turns around. Kicks the goal. His second. And that is the 11th for North Geelong. They go to 11-9-75. They lead Thomson 3-3-21. That's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 24 and a half minutes played.
Pete, I guess if you had to offer a criticism of the umpires, which we never do, there's some fantastic tackling from both sides, really not being paid.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. I do agree, but you know, I think the game is made to be played fairly open. The way North Geelong is setting team up. Like then,
Yeah.
we're talking about filling a gap. Well, I know you can't fill a gap when there's 80 metres between the full forward and the man carrying the ball down. And one-on-one, like Rory Priddle's got the leg speed to beat most players in the competition.
And he's very elusive once he gets it. You know, like it was a.
One thing I like about North Geelong, they're not afraid to handball the ball 15 to 20 metres.
Back in the middle. Oakley got it down. Mitchell gives it back towards Michael Flakemore. Gives it back to Mervyn. Back to Maharis by hand. He goes by foot towards half-forward Armstrong. If it sits for him, he might be in here. He picks it up. He's on the boundary line. Handball back towards Rod Peacock. He kicks over his shoulder towards Dean Oakley, who's made up some ground. He takes the mark. 35 metres out. Pretty tight angle though, and we've seen some shots for goal from here that have gone through, especially from in the first term from North Geelong. So Dean Oakley has got it, and will shoot for his first goal. He comes in now, 35 metres out. Carlo Toole standing the mark. He comes in, and I think he's. No, I think Jamie Weiss has taken them. No, it must be through for a goal then. Yes, it is. It's through for a goal. Dean Oakley is first, and the fourth for Thomson. They go to 4-3-27, but they trail North Geelong 11-9-75. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 26 minutes played.
Half-time AFL. Western Bulldogs 8-10, Fremantle 7-5. Hawthorn 3-6, Sydney 7-9.
Oh.
And Carlton 6-3, Melbourne 12-6.
Sorry, I picked St Kilda last night too. We're all stuffed.
Oh, you start. I didn't think you were going to say it then.
In the middle, Weiss. Well, he's outreached there by Oakley. Ball comes down to Russell Hearn on the wing.
Oh.
Tackled high. The umpire.
There's
saw
one,
that.
Eric. There's one.
And I think maybe 50 metres also. And I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Russell Hearn certainly went.
I think Paddy said, umpire, I think you're wrong.
And certainly one thing about these umpires, when they give the 50, the leading umpire takes the mark, so the trailing umpire who's given the decision doesn't have to go down the ground. However, Russell Hearn now is a free kick inside 50, directly in front. And I'll tell you what, it's not a bad coach's kick either, right through the middle. And another goal to the North Geelong side. So they go to 12 goals, 9, 81. They lead Thomson 4-3-27. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 27 minutes into the second quarter.
It's a bit scary. They're playing the game very seriously. Are you right? Over here?
We're fine.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
My glass is a little fog.
Eric. Laurie, if you're listening. Oh, you just missed out then, boy. North are playing it like a final, aren't they? Like every
really
goal they kick is like a nail in Thompson's coffin.
And Darryl Jones, amazingly, is having no impact on the game.
So back in the middle, pretty close to half-time here. Good lead to North Geelong in this round 13 battle. And it's started from Weiss in the middle, and he'll do battle again up against Dean Oakley. Weiss gets it down again, goes towards Russell Hearn, the last goal scorer, breaks free, runs away, runs a long way, handball towards Lockwood, gets it free to McCall. He goes on the right boot, the lead on from Gibbs, goes towards half forward, doesn't sit for him against Stein, but he falls over. David Gibbs walks in and kicks the goal, number 3 for David Gibbs this afternoon.
A bit earlier, Eric, you said he wouldn't have kicked too many.
He has today, 13-9-87, North Geelong, Thomson 4-3-27. That is on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard.
And he's on fire.
Likes a goal too.
But I mean, like he's working very, very well around the ground.
Yeah.
He's having a very good day.
So David Gibbs kicks his third. Rory Priddle's kicked 6. They've had 9 between them out of the 13. And I think Thomson are a little bit shell-shocked.
Paddy Burns coming back onto the ground.
Swinging a few changes anyway, Greg McLeod, to see if he can get something started.
But when you're not playing well, though, Pete, things don't go for you. Like on that occasion, Stein had the run of the footy, slipped over, and Gibbs in with an open goal. And gee, how often do you see it? If it's not going your way, things won't fall for you.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So the ball back in the middle, 29 minutes, very close to half time. Ball goes up, Weiss and Oakley. Weiss, beautiful tap down, straight in the arms there of Lockwood. Off one step goes to centre half forward. Elzinger didn't take the mark, but he follows up quickly. He's tackled by Paddy Burns. The ball is still under him. What's the umpire going to do? No, he's going to put the ball in the air. And we haven't actually seen that decision being paid too often this year, I don't think, in our football, where the ball is under the player and he makes no attempt to get it out. So umpire Chaston puts it in the air at 50. Rathje, huge punch forward for North Geelong. New player on the ground there in the Friars, is it? He can't pick the footy up. He's besieged, helped out by McCall. He tries to get a handball back, but only as far there as Nick Maheris to Bradley. Over the top there to Oakley, but Lockwood does a great job. Handball to Rowe. Rowe quickly tries to get the torpedo to full forward. Price pulled off the footy. It's going to fall for Priddle. He's leading in the race for the footy, but he's probably, McTaggart appealing there for out of bounds on the full, because he was right behind Priddle, but I thought the ball perhaps came off the body rather than the leg.
Yeah, I think Rory was trying to kick it in mid-air.
So the ball right beside the behind post, deep in the forward line for North Geelong. Rathje takes the throw in on the right foot. He's had a pot shot, and the wind's just got hold of it and drifted it to the right, and just offline for a behind to North Geelong. 13-10, 88 North Geelong. They lead Thomson 4-3-27. Raiders bingo scoreboard. 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes gone now into the second quarter.
Matt McTaggart's got the football at fullback for Thomson. Straight down the middle, looking for Daniel Fanning up against Jason Rathje. The tall and the small of it there.
Josh, you nearly have a shot from there.
Jason Rathje will go back. He's kicked 1 goal too. He kicked that last behind that Matt McTaggart kicked in from. And he'll be lining up from 50. 55 metres out. Goes the left boot. Win behind him. Has not any trouble at all putting it through the middle for goal number 2 for him. And goal number 14 for North Geelong. 14-10-94. They lead Thomson 4-3-27. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 31.5 minutes played.
Peter, it's often said there are teams that some teams don't play well against. Thomson perhaps don't play well against North Geelong because they copped a caning early in the year. They lost the last kick decision out at Osborne Park last year, Thomson. So, but gee whiz, North Geelong are really putting on almost an Academy Award performance here.
Eric, on Thursday night, is Dick Boy Slim behind the bar?
Dick Boy Slim.
Because if he is, I'm not turning up.
Back in the middle. Justin and Weiss. Lockwood again, who's been a powerhouse with Price in the middle so far, gets it wide to Walsh, and luckily for Thomson and unluckily for North Geelong, Adam Walsh was running away at half forward, but it is half time, and it is North Geelong 14-10-94. They lead Thomson 4-3-27 in that second term. 8 goals, 5 North Geelong kicked. Thomson kicked 3 goals, 1. The goal scorers to half time for North Geelong: 6 to Rory Priddle, 3 to David Gibbs, 2 to Jason Rathje, and singles to Adam Walsh, Jamie Weiss and Russell Hearn. While for Thomson, 2 to Luke Forbes and singles to Troy Maharis and to Dean Oakley. But it's a big lead at half-time. North Geelong 14-10. They lead Thomson 4-3. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Where Are They Now segment this afternoon. Eric, you're talking to?
Russell Burgoyne.
Russell Burgoyne, one of our great sponsors from Victory Trophies and a great player in his own right in the... I don't want to say it, do I?
The 60s.
The 60s. All right, we'll say the 60s. We'll talk to him and then we'll come back with the second half.